So today I wanted to talk to everybody about what you can do for your health to, protect yourself against the coronavirus. Everybody is super concerned about the coronavirus. I can understand why. There's a lot of press, a lot of hype. Again, we don't want to be over concerned about these things because the coronavirus is just there. It's not doing any more harm than the basic flu, but I understand that because it's new and because it has affected so many people that it can be unnerving. But there are certain things that you can do for yourself to increase your chances of, if you do contract it, being able to get over it quickly, and also protecting yourself against it altogether. So there's a couple of aromatherapy things. There was something, not remember, but way back when we had the plague years and years, like thousands of years ago. Um, the glove makers and the thieves were the ones that didn't contract the plague, and it was the most miraculous because the thieves didn't get it because they were the ones that were scavenging the dead bodies. And the reason why is because they wore the gloves. They wore the gloves from the glove makers. The glove makers didn't get them either because they coated the gloves with essential oils, and they call this thieves' oil. And this thieves' oil is made up of thyme, tea tree, eucalyptus, and lemongrass. And those are the four oils that they're antibacterial, antifungal, they antiviral. They protect you against anything. And you can even just wear them in a necklace, and you put a few drops of it onto your necklace, into your pad in your necklace, and have that in the vicinity. Anything comes into your vicinity and it kills it off. It's not going to get in. Again, making sure that you are washing your hands often, making sure that your hygiene is really good. I've also received quite a few messages asking about vitamin C intake. So, should you increase your vitamin C through all of this? So, this is something that is a little bit controversial as far as I'm concerned. Um, you definitely want to be careful with the amount of vitamin C that you are taking. And the reason for this is because when you take vitamin C, your body does not absorb it from the food. So if you take a high amount of vitamin C, it won't it has a drop off, so you don't absorb any for a while, so that leaves you vulnerable. So yes, for the duration that you're taking the vitamin C, it's really good, but then as soon as that vitamin C is used up, it goes without any for 2 or 3 days, and this is where you get the vulnerability. I would say if you want to take some extra vitamin C, try to get it from your diet as much as possible, so eating extra oranges, apples. um, Wow, Liz, then this information is really, really good for you. Um, and making sure that you're boosting all of the other things, right? So, superfoods that you should be taking every day are things like spirulina, making sure you're getting as many greens as possible. Um, getting all of those things like coconut water when you're taking your vitamins, try to have some with a little bit of coconut water. Coconut water will actually get it into the cells more, and this will keep strengthening your constitution so that you are stronger. You're not. It's not so much the a virus that's the problem. It's the playground that it gets into that is the problem, right? So we want to make sure that we are doing as much as we can to strengthen the playground so that we are not leaving ourselves vulnerable to this type of attack. And um, Awesome, Liz. Yes. And masks, they say, are not important, but I disagree. I think that definitely wearing a mask increases your protection. Making sure you wash your hands again, often, all the time. And like I said, the essential oils that are really great are tea tree, thyme, uh, um, tea tree, thyme, lemongrass, and eucalyptus. Those are the ones that work the best. They are the ones that you find in the formula of the thieves oil. I am going to be doing a live a little bit later on this week, and I'm going to be making some, and then you can purchase them directly from me if you'd like that. But yes, just try not to get caught up in all of the hype and everything that's going on with the media, and take care of yourself. Number one. Um, yes. Good morning. Yes, I'm going to start doing some readings here soon. I just wanted to go over some things that we could be doing to take care of ourselves and not get caught up in everything that the media is saying. Because, like I said, it's the playground, it's not the virus itself. Hmm. Okay. All right. So I am going to write down some numbers. What are we thinking here? There you go, Liz. That's perfect. So keep that up. That is definitely important. And all right, we got all the numbers in. Yeah, and you know what? Making sure you're getting the good foods in, and if you are doing supplements, getting things like taking other things that are going to help you make sure that you are absorbing those nutrients. That's really important. And making sure that your constitution is as strong as it possibly could be, so that you are able to um, you know protect yourself as much as possible. Yes, yes, absolutely. Being very, very careful is extremely important right now for everybody. Okay, so I have 5 spots, 5 numbers are written down. Please share this live out, and we're going to start doing some angel rune readings. But if you're guessing numbers, please be sure to leave an emoji in a number, or a word in a number, or write out the word, whatever it is, because for some reason it hasn't been. Um, Facebook has been blocking people throwing numbers out there. We're not quite sure why. And YouTube, anybody watching on YouTube, you're welcome to guess as well. And hopefully we get some YouTubers today getting on the list. Okay, so I also am going to be I'm going to do an event. I believe I'm going to do it Saturday morning, but I'm going to be making some aromatherapy products live, and also I have some um, gemstone jewelry that I have been collecting, and I'm going to be. Oh, thank you so much, Liz. I'm going to be doing a show and selling those as well. So that's going to be Saturday morning, but I'm going to launch an event so that you will be able to get on and see exactly what time and when it is. But yeah, so I'm waiting for numbers. Numbers. Share those numbers out. I have 5 spots. I'm always giving away five free spots at the beginning of every live. If you want to get ahead of the free readings, then just do a donation in the description. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay. I don't see any numbers coming in. Is anybody guessing? Let me know if you're guessing and I can't see it. Let me know if you're guessing and I can't see it. Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much for being here. It's a slow live today. I have 5 free spots, and I don't see any numbers coming up. Is nobody throwing out any numbers for guessing? Let's talk about what are your biggest concerns about the coronavirus. Anyways, let's have a little conversation. Tara Ann, 1 to 50. 1 to 50 is the range of numbers. Yeah, so let's see, what are your concerns with it? What are you worried about most? Obviously contracting it, but everybody has their own things. Yes, numbers are from 1 to 50. I have 5 free spots. I don't have any numbers out there yet. What's happening? It's like really quiet out there today. All right. Oh, here we go. Buster's back. Buster, Buster, Wester. Yes, so true, Tara. So true. Hi, Shafina. Good morning. Yes, I know. The amount of fear is pretty heavy right now around the coronavirus. And it really has to do with the media. It has to do with the media more than anything else. But, we have to keep a reality sense around it. More people have died this year so far from the flu, but we don't hear about that because we're used to having the flu flying around. So I know. And also, people have been buying toilet paper like it's like going out of style. Oh, hi, Christina. How are you? So I have 5 numbers, guessing 1 to 50. I haven't seen one number yet, so I don't know if Facebook is blocking it or if there is something going on. And okay, so also another thing to remember is that your sugar will actually suppress the immune system for 24 hours after eating it. So be careful too about the amount of sugar that you're eating. Oh, that's good to hear, Christina. It is horrible. It really is. And I mean, Facebook has been really bad. I mean, I can't go on to Facebook without seeing something about the coronavirus on there. Oh, that's good, Liz. Okay, 44. There's numbers on the wall. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Not eating sweets, but be careful because there are sugars hidden in other foods, so we do have to be a little bit careful with that. But definitely curbing the amount of sugar that you're eating is definitely a good idea. It's definitely unnerving, but sugar does suppress the immune system, and that's something too to make sure that your children are very aware of. Um, they need to be just as aware of it all as we are. Oh, perfect. Okay. Mm, I'm not sure. I don't see any extra numbers on the wall. Awesome. That's great. Those are great. Oh, that is awesome, Ileana. Awesome. detoxing. Oh, I see. I see, Liz. Hmm. Hi, Mario. Thanks for being here. So I have spots for angel room readings, 1 to 50. I have 5 free spots. You can throw some numbers out there. Yep, just stocking up a tin. I'm definitely stocking up on some seeds so I can grow my own foods this summer, but I can't not do fresh foods. Exactly. Um, I feel like fresh foods are definitely a huge part of keeping your immune system up, and eating from cans and boxed foods all the time can definitely be not good. Why not? Oh, thank you. Oh, Mario, thanks. Love you. 23 is not on the list. It's not on the list, but keep guessing because there's still 5 more spots left. Yes, Tara, it can be very challenging to grow your own food, but so rewarding in the long run. And try growing foods like carrots, cucumbers, they're pretty foolproof, and tomatoes can be pretty foolproof too. Um, Squash is actually usually pretty easy to grow. What else? What else are the good easy ones? Like the hard ones are like spinach and um, lettuce is usually pretty easy to grow too on your own. So um, I'm trying to think about the good ones, like the ones that I oh, aloe vera is wonderful. Oh, tomatoes, they don't like you, huh? Yeah. Actually, I only do the cherry tomatoes. I don't do the bigger tomatoes. I find the bigger tomatoes are a little bit harder to grow. But the cherry tomatoes, I find they just like grow like crazy. Oh, do you have any deck space, Liz? If you have some deck space, you can grow a few little things. Um, my cat's going crazy today. Um, and that helps. And no, 34 is not on the list, Ileana, but I do have 5 numbers, I promise. 1 to 50. Yes. 12? Nope, that's not there either. Yes, the microgreens, awesome. And sprouts, actually, if you are really not doing a lot of fresh foods, you can make your own sprouts. All you need is a window. This is a free live reading. I have 5 free spots, but you have to guess the numbers. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Yes. So sprouts are a great way. No, I didn't see 16 earlier, but Tara, thank you very much. It's close, but it's not one of the numbers. Um, but sprouts are a great way to get because sprouts have so many really great crucial nutrients because they're just like babies. They have so much happening to get the seed to come alive and start operating. There's so many nutrients in there, so they're so packed full of good stuff. So sprouts are really great. Like alfalfa sprouts are one of the best ones. I like fennel sprouts. They get a nice like licoricey kind of taste to them. Alfalfa sprouts are good. All kinds of sprouts. Sprouts are wonderful. They are really good for you. I'm trying to think about numbers 1 to 50. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen any numbers from you yet, I don't think, Christina. And you have to write, like, an emoji or a word or write out the number. Um, you're sneaking at work, Sharon. Woohoo! Ooh, Tara. That is not on the list, but you're close. Yeah, for some reason, Facebook's been blocking just numbers. So if you're posting just numbers, I'm not going to see it. You have to post like a word or emoji and the number, unfortunately. I'm not sure what's going on with Facebook there, but have you had a really tough week, Paula? Aw. 13 is not on the list. And the best way to do sprouts too is to get yourself a little bit of colloidal silver. Because sometimes, because your sprouts they sit in water all day long, they can get a little bit of bacteria. And so the colloidal silver is something that you can use to spray on them that kills that bacteria. So it allows them to sprout, even though they've been sitting all day in water, right? And kills off that bacteria. So you can even use colloidal silver water, or just mix colloidal silver in with the water that you're putting in your sprouts. But if you're just rinsing it out, that's great. You can use the colloidal silver for that too. But that is one of the best things that you can put into the water while you're doing your sprouts. And 13 is not on the list. 19 is not on the list. I usually it's like, boom, they're gone. Today, everybody's kind of having a little bit of a hard time. If you're guessing, if you're throwing numbers out there, please make sure you're typing out the numbers, or you're putting like emoji in the number, or like guessing a bunch of numbers at once. There we go. Tara Ann, no, 20 is not on the list. Maybe I need to make my numbers 17. Yes, Ileana, you got the first spot with 17. Yes, way to go, Ileana. First spot. Yay. Yes, so I have been doing this new drink every morning. Lechmi, thank you so much for being here. 23 is not on the list. Okay. So I've been doing, yes, you made it. So I've been doing this new drink. It's coconut water with I like your greens powder, extra spirulina. I put in it a little bit of alpha lipoic acid, and what else do I put in there? Oh, some fish oils. Let me, you know what? For some reason, I'm not sure why, but Facebook has been blocking some people's messages. So I'm sorry if I didn't see it. And Liz, you as well. I'm sorry if I don't see them. I didn't even see half of your guys' messages before. I didn't even see them. 27, Tara Ann, you're on the list. I'm sorry if it's frustrating, everybody. I feel really terrible if you said that before and I didn't see it, but I wasn't seeing any number. I'm sorry, Sharda. I didn't see any numbers. Like, I haven't seen any numbers at all. Like, there's no numbers there. So, like I said, I'm not sure why Facebook is blocking messages with just numbers. So, that's what's going on. It's just a matter of luck. It really is. Okay, so I'm going to start reading. Yes, Joyce, I'm not sure why. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Yes. 44. I'm not sure why that's happening at all. Yes, Safina, I'm sorry, but I don't know why they're blocking numbers. I'm gonna have to come up with a new way to do this because I think it's frustrating for a lot of you. 49 is not on the list. Okay, so I'm gonna start reading, but please continue to throw numbers out there. I have 2 spots left. 2 spots left. Lechmi, thank you so much for guessing, but no, it's not there. Keep trying. Okay. And I heard somebody was saying, because I follow a few Facebook. Yes, if you spell the number out, it goes through. I've been watching a few Facebook, what Facebook's new changes are doing and all of that stuff. And for some reason, pages that have to do with spirituality, health, and there was a few others that they named, but I mean, I paid attention to those obviously because those are like my two main things that I work on my page. So Angelina, you have a spot. So I'm not sure why they're saying even that the lives and the amount of exposure that people that are in those topics are getting is being reduced. So I imagine that includes me. I'm not any different than anybody else. So, okay. So I have 2 spots left. Mm-hmm. Yes, Liz, I'm so sorry. I know it does explain a lot. It does explain a lot. But it is what it is. So we have to kind of work with what we have. And I am so sorry, Liz. I don't know why I'm not seeing any of your numbers, but there is 2 more spots left. Oh, some groups also disappeared altogether. Yeah, they shut down some groups, completely shut them down. I'm not sure what the criteria was that they were looking for. But yes, some groups completely shut down. Okay, so right now I'm going to read for Tara Ann first, and then it'll be Ileana after that, and then Angelina after that. And keep those numbers, typing them out. I think that's the better way to go. And then, yeah, it is sad. I'm sorry, Paula. So sorry about you have a great day. Lichni, there's still 2 more spots left. You can do this. I believe in you. All right, so Tara Ann, reading for you. So I should feel lucky because I actually am still able to go live. I'm still able to have my page. I'm still able to do all of this. So, I have a lot to be thankful for. Alrighty. So Tara Ann. All right. Around the next new moon, there's going to be some work for you to pay attention to. You have some your guardian angel is here going to be helping you to take care of the work that needs to be done, especially around the next new moon. It's going to be very important for you to pay attention to the work that you need to do. There is, what is this now? You need to pay attention to your boundaries. Boundaries are going to be very important here. But this is the work that you need to be paying attention to. Working on the root chakra, working on keeping your thoughts positive and keeping your boundaries strong. You have some strong archangels that are also going to be helping you with this. So focus on that the most. Getting in there, asking, which ways in your root chakra are you feeling like, are you feeling insecure in the world, or is there some feelings in there like you're not manifesting the way that you want? and doing things and in your life isn't turning out the way that you want it to. So that's an idea that you need to get into that root chakra and do a little bit of work there. You have some family stuff here too. I feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to happen on your part for your family. So getting in there and doing that forgiveness work, going back and deciding, okay, I am going to learn from the things that have happened to me and learn from the ways that my family may not have. Met your expectations as much as it could have. And so you need to do that forgiveness work, and have the conversations too, because I feel like maybe sometimes you're having not positive conversations and it's causing friction. But if you do that forgiveness work, ask what your lessons were, ask what you needed to learn from all of the things that took place all throughout your growing years, and decide that you're going to let it go now and do that forgiveness work. Forgive others, forgive yourself, forgive God, and try to change the conversation a little bit. I feel like maybe you guys are talking about the same things a lot and you need to be focusing on new conversations. You also there's a man in your life that you're very focused on right now. I feel like this is something that, like, I don't know if you're in a relationship with this person or if you want to be in a relationship with this person, but you're very focused on him. He's a good person. He is very supportive of you and he is looking out for your best interest. So he's not bad for you. Um, but just try not to distract yourself too much by it, if that makes any sense. Okay, there you go, Tara Ann. I hope that made sense for you. Let me know. All right, so we got some numbers here. Oh, okay. Hi, Angelica Banda. Thank you so much. Joyce, you're so close. Love you, Angelica. So 27 spot has already been taken, Joyce. I have 2 spots left. And 3, 8, 14, 39, 22, 37. 37 has been taken already. Hi, Connie. Thank you so much for being here. We're guessing I have 2 spots left from 1 to 50. If you wanted to do a reading for sure, you can get that. You can do a donation and it guarantees your reading. Or you can guess for a spot. Guess for a spot. Okay. Next, I have Ileana. Ileana, are you still here? Ileana. Yes, I wasn't aware that there were some groups that completely disappeared with all of these changes in Facebook, so I'm pretty thankful that I'm still here. But I think that I try to give as much solid and good information as possible, so hopefully I make it through all of the changes, the Facebook changes that they're doing right now. So close, Lakshmi. Keep guessing. All right. Ileana, I need to know. Yes. Here we go. There we go. Oh, Liz, I am not even seeing any of your guesses. How is that possible? I'm not seeing any of your guesses. I'm not sure if it's because maybe you have privacy settings that gives me from being able to see. I have no clue why. I don't know what they or how they have things set up. All right. Yeah. poor Liz. You must be so frustrated. So frustrating. Okay. Okay. So, Ileana, there is something. Okay. You have gone through something not easy. Um, Somebody's crossed your boundaries in the physical world. Like, I feel, I don't want to put a word onto it, but it's like, yeah, somebody has done some serious boundary crossing. And I feel like you're finally at the point where you're like, okay, enough is enough. You're done allowing somebody to treat you that way. Um, and this is good. You need to put those boundaries up. You need to decide that you're not letting somebody do this to you anymore. And, you have a lot of support, but there's this man here. He's not good for you. He is not good for you. He is not looking out for your best interest. He does not have your best interest at heart. So he's somebody that you really need to protect yourself from. Uh, the relationship, definitely, there. Not everything is on the table. You need to be putting that relationship. Um, I'm not sure. You need to definitely decide if this relationship is something for you, because it's not looking like it is. It's looking like, maybe there is something inside of yourself where you feel like for a long time that you deserve this, or maybe you thought that he was going to change, or whatever it was, but um, it's not the best. So you need to put your boundaries up. Decide that you are going to forgive him, not saying that it's okay what he's done, but learn what you need to do so that you upgrade your thinking and you move beyond where he is. Because once you start to do that, you're going to separate yourself from him and start to know the ways with which you can start to protect yourself. But you need to be asking those questions. What do I need to learn? Where are my teachings here? And the more that you do that, the more that you will grasp what it is that you need to get to the other side. Um, you have some strong archangels here who are really working hard at trying to protect you and trying to help you through this situation. Um, really call on them, especially when you're doing this work of what did you need to learn, what is in it for you, how are you going to upgrade your thinking, and find your value again, because you're a very um, important soul. You're a very important person. And the more that you are devaluing that, um, the more that you're putting yourself into harm's way, if that makes any sense. Remember that your internal world creates your external world, right? So the more that we do this upgrading, the more that you get these new thoughts in and you start on this new level of thinking, the more that you're going to change the world on the outside. And it's something that's happening inside of you, and nobody else can take it away from you, if that makes any sense to you at all, Leanna. Remember, forgiveness is not telling, like saying that it's okay that this person's done this to you. Forgiveness is upgrading the way that you think so that it no longer happens to you. All right. Joyce, you are really working at it here. Let's see here. Thank you, Liz. Yeah, Eliana, those are one of the hardest relationships to get out of. Okay. My 27 spot is full. 36, 37 is full. Right. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47. Joyce, you got a 47 spot. Um, okay, where did I see that? Kath, Kath, Katharina, sorry, Katharina. It is free, but you have to guess numbers 1 to 50. Hey, those are great ways to do it. Yeah. And you know what? It's coming to an end because you're coming to an end with it, Ileana. That is really what it's all about, is you're coming to an end with it. Liz, I do not see any numbers from you at all. I have no clue why. I cannot see any of your numbers. It's unbelievable. Yeah, there you go, Joyce. I only have one spot left, so guessing the numbers from 1 to 50. um, oh, Lechme, I am so sorry. Good, good. Decide that you want to do that forgiveness work, because the forgiveness work is not for him, it's for you. And remember, once we start doing these things, we are upgrading ourselves. So that means that we are separating ourselves from the people that no longer are a part of our development, because we've developed past that, right? And once we develop past that, it we change our reality very quickly. It happens very quickly. Change is definitely hard, Ileana. Change is definitely hard. Oh, Liz, I feel for you, girl. I have no clue why. I don't see any numbers at all. Like none. I have no clue. I don't understand. I feel bad. I'm sorry. But this is the what you're doing is you're learning. Oh, that's awesome, Liz. Ileana, what you're doing is when you start to do that forgiveness work, you're going to look at things from a different perspective and see things from a new reality. And you'll start to see the ways with which you can begin to protect yourself. And this is um, what you need to focus on is how are you going to protect yourself, right? And also, I can understand how vulnerable it is, because this is somebody who is supposed to be protecting you, but he is the one that is causing the problems. So I can understand that it's a very difficult. Yeah, definitely, Ileana. You have definitely gone through some very difficult times with this, it sounds like. And forgiveness work must be the last thing you even want to think about. Awesome, Liz. That's great. But I can assure you that if you're actually feeling resistance around it, that's good. I know. I know. It's not easy, and it's really not easy. Yes, that is the hardest part in abusive situations, is forgiving yourself. Absolutely. Shafina, I have one number left. I have one number left. If somebody wants to get a reading, they can do a donation. It puts you ahead of the free list and it guarantees your reading right now. Um, Absolutely, Ileana. Not easy to forgive yourself, because you're like, oh gosh, why would I choose a father like that? And I completely understand. And forgiving God too, right? We have those three levels: forgiving others, forgiving ourselves, forgiving God. And we need those three levels. Those three levels have to be there. And you need to be forgiving on all three levels, because every level has its own set of teachings, and every level has its own set of teachings and its own set of rearranging the way that you're thinking. Yes, absolutely. Very difficult. Hi, Claire. And ask, like, speak to your anger. Ask your anger, what is it trying to do for you? Any emotions that you're getting, any anxiety, anything like that, turn it inwards and ask what you need. What is its message? What is it trying to do for you? A lot of times, anger is there to protect you. It's trying to keep you safe. So, ask it, what are you trying to keep safe? What can I do to keep safe? Like, speak to your emotions. Yes, absolutely. The God part would be one of the hardest. Your angels are not going anywhere, Ileana. Your angels are with you from birth till the end. They are not going to abandon you. Yes, absolutely, Liz. That is a really great idea. If you're interested, Ileana, I do past life regression. I do emotional release. I do forgiveness therapy, and they're all different forms of hypnosis, and they all work really good at trying to get you the lessons and to upgrade your thinking. A lot of times, once we do that, you see solutions that you never seen before because you're locked up by the situation. Hi, Sharon. I know you're still guessing, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to see your messages. All right, Angelina. Angelina. Awesome. I do have a donation list. If you do a donation, please let me know that you've done a donation. I don't have a donation list right yet. Nobody has donated today, and that's okay. All right, Angelina Constable. Constable. I don't know why I called it Constable. Yeah, so this is it, right? And a lot of the psychiatric profession has a really strong um, background in like organizing the mind and getting the mind to, logic is everything. But I find that there's a separation between um, logic and emotions. So sometimes we need to go deeper into the emotions and allow the emotions to come forward. Um, and so our emotions are messengers. And once I started to really stop running from my emotions and turn around and look at them and say, hey, what are you trying to tell me? Then I really started to have these like really calm feelings that I never experienced before. And it's funny because after like a week of feeling like just calmness and not having these like highs and lows of anxiety and depression, it's definitely helped me so much, but I was scared. I never had that experience before. I never had those and I mean I've gone through lots of psychiatric help. Like I've gone, I only met my dad when I was 22. I found that was very difficult to wrap my mind around and he had his own set of issues and there was just so much to go on, but I found that even going to talk to somebody, I mean, I can talk and it would help, but it wouldn't get into the emotions. It wouldn't help me completely eradicate them. Not eradicate them, but had them so that I was on this like even keel. I was constantly like anxiety ridden or going into depressions and it was just this constant up down up down. So when I started to face them head on and asking, what's your message? What do you have for me? Then I started to really understand what my emotions were there for and what they were doing for me. And they were actually trying to help me. So, Ashley, thank you so much. Callus. Perfect. Um, and it really helped me and like I said, after a week and a half of just like this really nice calm feeling inside. It was like, wow, there must be something wrong with me. Um I never found like I never felt that before. It scared me. And then it was like, why am I scared? Well, it's the unknown, right? So the unknown can be scary. And you know, those things, emotions are so amazing. They really are. And right now I'm working on an emotional fitness program because I feel like it's something that people really is something you can do on a daily basis or even once a week. And it really does help to keep things in balance. And it helps you to understand where you're at, what you're feeling. The other day I went into a meditation and um, I was trying to understand what it is that holds me back from like taking bigger steps in, with this career, with like what I'm doing. I mean, I have other businesses, but they're all behind the scene businesses that run themselves. This one here requires me to show up. It requires me to be more present, to do more things with it. So, what holds me back? Why am I not, stepping into it? And I really went into a meditation around it, and it was all about um, feelings of humiliation, right? Like embarrassment. I mean, I've gone through so much of that, and it was so interesting because as soon as I understood that it was that, I had that feeling of embarrassment and humiliation that I felt so many times in my life, like so many times in my life, but I felt it so many times in past lives too. Like I was like, well, when did it start? Well, apparently like 25 generations ago, I was really trying to step out and trying to do things, and I kept going, like getting humiliated and getting. So what was the message? Why was I going through this? Why have I been going through all of this? And it was like, first of all, the unknown is always scary. So you have that to begin with because you're stepping out and doing something scary. But then when other people don't accept you, or they go against what you're thinking and against what you're feeling, that's a little bit humiliating. And so that just goes, and when I went to God, okay, I forgive you, God. Like I forgave everybody, that was really easy. I forgave myself, that wasn't bad. But when I came to forgiving God on that, because I trusted God. I trusted God in every step that I take. And why aren't people accepting me? You will put me here. You want me to do this. And God's response, or my response to that, or God's response to that was, you still had a little bit more to learn. You still have more to learn. And understanding that humiliation and embarrassment is part of that, is part of those steps. It's part of that walking. Um, it definitely helped me to understand that, okay, yes, that is part of it. You definitely have to keep walking. You can't give up because you feel embarrassed or you're feeling humiliated or somebody doesn't agree with you. You have to keep going, and know that the pieces are coming together. Anyway, I guess it is heavy. All right, so Laura Ann, thank you so much. Yeah, and I mean, these are just little things, we all have these, oh, thank you, Ashley. We all have these little things. We all have them, and the more that you can face your emotions, the more you can face things head on, the more they're not ruling you. They're not controlling your actions. Um, yeah. Well, Liz, you know what? Unfortunately, the source of the universe is love, but it's not always easy to see it because sometimes that love is a hard knocks lesson. And when you don't let that hard knocks lesson get in, you are blocking yourself from it. And sometimes that's a hard thing to get your mind around. All right. So, Angelina, I haven't heard from Angelina in a bit. Angelina. Nope. I haven't heard from Angelina in a bit. Okay. So I'm going to do Ashley Callis and then Joyce McGarity and then Laura Ann Trapp. Yes, we are all here for a reason. We are all here to help the planet to evolve and grow and expand its energy and move to new levels. But the emotional aspect that we experience is also attached to the earth, and the earth has been suffering, and therefore we are suffering. Thank you, Ileana, so much for opening yourself up and letting me help you understand something maybe you didn't understand before. I truly appreciate that. Thank you, Lechmi. Okay, so Ashley Callis, we're going to read for you first. Focusing on the runes, Ashley. Ask me your question. Here we go. All right, Ashley, Ashley, Ashley. Okay. So I feel like Ashley, there's something. Okay, what is this here? I'm trying to wrap my mind around what it's trying to tell me. There's something here about you are very focused on your thoughts, how you're thinking, and like reminding yourself that your internal world um, creates your external world. But there's something you're missing here because I feel like those two things are cloaking the fact that your expectations are they're letting you down. It's like every time you think that you're getting somewhere, there's something around your expectations. Like you're just not getting what you want because your expectations are too high. Remember, expectations are there to like they set you up for um, disappointment. And be careful that you're not giving too much away because your expectations are too high over yourself. Try to pay attention to your thinking. Make sure your thoughts, try to keep them on the positive. So even if things don't work out the way that you want them to, try to focus on how they're shifting, they're shifting to bring you what you want and what you need. And Angelina, I will be with you in a minute, okay? I'm just going to finish reading for Ashley Callis here. Um, there are some situations though in your life that are affecting your root chakra. It's like things keep happening and they're like beating away at your self-confidence, I feel. Um, but what you don't see is this is actually something that's going to bring you to a really great place. It's just that you don't realize it right now because these situations, they're just like beating away at your confidence and your sense of security in the world. And the more that you um, keep asking what it is that you need to learn from it, the better things are going to turn out for you in the long run. You need to be connecting to your spirituality on a daily basis, finding something every day that you can do that fills your own cup and brings you more of what you need. Also, there's a need to do positive affirmations and meditations. A really great book to listen to is um, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, right? Because your positive affirmations will actually feed your subconscious mind when you're going, especially while you're going to sleep at night, using those positive affirmations while you're going to sleep. They get them deeper into the subconscious mind, and it gives you more. Um, it gives your subconscious more reign over your actions. It makes things a little bit more automatic for you. You also have something coming up for you around the next full moon. I feel like your energy is going to be at a peak here, especially around the next full moon that's coming. And you have an opportunity to clear a bunch of karma out with these decisions and just kind of adjusting the way that your thoughts are working right now. I hope that makes sense. Hi, Amaris Cunningham. How are you? Ah, there you are, Angelina. I was calling for you, but you weren't there. Hi, Positive for Life. Thank you so much for being here. That's what it's saying. Yes, absolutely. That is exactly it, Ashley. Exactly. Hi, Angelica. How are you? Yes, Ashley, absolutely. And right now, I don't feel like you see exactly how things are going to work out good for you because I feel like the things that are happening are just kind of chipping away at your self esteem. But keep asking what it is that you need to learn. Keep asking what it is that you need to figure out for yourself. I am doing well, Amaris. Thank you so much. I do have one spot left on my free list, so nobody's guessed the last number as far as I've seen. So numbers 1 to 50. Um, Otherwise, I do have spots on my donations list. Donations are to your discretion, and they are in the description. Positive for Life. Thank you for guessing. No, that is not the number, though. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you so much. Yep, keep those numbers coming. I have one spot left. You can guess as many times as you like. Absolutely. Okay. Oh my gosh, Ashley, that's hilarious. I know the cat's always she likes to pop in. Yes. It's almost feeding time. That's why. That's funny. She's funny. Yes. She is adorable. Yeah. Keep those numbers coming. I have one spot left. I'm going to read now for Angelina Constable. Thank you, guys. She is adorable. And she's so soft. Oh, Positive for Life. You got the last spot. So the last spot is taken. Yay. So anybody. Oh! I'm sorry, Buster. That's my hands. My French coming out. My hands are going everywhere. I hit Buster when she was trying to jump up. Okay, so right now I'm going to read for Angelina Constable. Thank you. Teresa, thank you so much for being here. Be sure to like and follow the page. If you want to guarantee a reading today, you can do a donation, and the link is in the description. Donations are to your discretion. You decide. Otherwise, you can hopefully catch me on my live next time. And also, thanks for everybody on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe to the page so that you can see me go live. I always give away 5 free spots at the beginning of a reading. Yeah. Okay. So, Angelina Constable. Focusing on the runes, Angelina. Asking a question. All right, let's see what we have for you, Angelina. Now, if you have decided to donate, please let me know that you have, so I put you on my donations list. Okay, Angelina. Okay, so there is something going on in the root chakra. Something has really shaken your sense of stability in the world. You have some decisions that you need to make here because I feel like there's something that's really holding you back. And you need to do some forgiveness work here. Like whatever's happened, you need to ask, what did I need to learn? Why did this happen to me? Right? Everything happens for a reason. So you need to start to ask yourself those questions and do that forgiveness work, forgiving others, forgiving yourself, and forgiving God for what's happened. Um, you really need to allow yourself to go with the flow a little more. Allow yourself to understand what it is that you want in your heart and allow life to unfold the way it will to take you where it needs to go. You also have to understand that everything is fated to turn out really well for you here. Um, yeah, and because there's something that I think that you've been really striving for and struggling for, and it's going to end soon. You're going to get what you wanted. Like this here is there to tell you, like everything is going to turn out really good for you. So all of the struggle and everything is going to be ending soon, but you got to keep going with the flow, allowing things to take you where you want to go. Decide, give yourself the space in your heart to decide what it wants, because your guardian angel is also there to help you through all of these things that have been happening. Um, so I hope that makes sense for you, Angelina. I hope that makes sense for you. Maris, thank you so much. Yes, you can do USD and PayPal. Okay, so next on my list, I have Laura Ann Trapp. I'm going to read for you next, and then it's going to be Joyce McGarity, and then I have Positive for Life. So, Laura Ann Trapp, we're going to be reading for you next. Yes, let me know if that makes sense for you, Angelina. Let me know. All right, here we go. Reading for Laura Ann. Lechmi, yes, all the numbers are taken now. You can do a donation if you want to guarantee a reading today. I will be live again tomorrow. Awesome, Amaris, get you on my donations list. I will be live again tomorrow, so you can catch me and hopefully get on the list tomorrow. All right, here we go. So right now we're reading for Laura Ann. All right, Laura Ann. Let's see what we have for you. Focusing on the room. We'll get some up here. Okay, so Laura. Okay. Around the next new moon, you're going to be at a high energy creation time. It's going to be a time for you to really pay attention to how you're thinking and feeling, because it's going to be a high manifestation time for you. Watch your boundaries. Make sure that you're not letting things in that are influencing you away from what you want and what your intentions are. So making sure those boundaries are nice and strong. There's also going to be a situation that's going to come about around this time. Be quick to do your forgiveness work and ask what it is that you need to learn. So, forgiving others, forgiving yourself, and forgiving God, right? This is going to be very important for you at this time because you're going to be at a very high energy point for yourself. And because of this, it's going to be a high manifesting time. Be sure to make sure that you're connecting to your spirituality too, doing something for yourself every single day that's going to allow you to connect and fill your own cup so that you're at the highest vibration possible that you can be, so that you're meeting the world with that full cup and you have a lot to offer. And you're also strong within yourself, so you're not so easily influenced, if that makes any sense. All right, let me know if that makes sense for you, Laura. Hi, Cece. How are you? I feel like probably, Laura, you probably have a lot of energy time, like high energy times around the new moons. Um, you're making me work, Angelica? Okay, awesome, Laura. Happy to hear that. All right, perfect. Okay, so next I have Positive for Life. Or no, Joyce McGarity, sorry. Joyce McGarity, and then Positive for Life. Yes, perfect. Okay. So Joyce, reading for you now. Here we go. Joyce McGarity, focusing on the runes as I mix them up here. That's okay, Angelica. It's good work. Joyce McGarity, reading for you now. Yes, Angelica Banda, thank you so much. I have you on my donated list. Perfect. Joyce McGarity, I'm reading for Joyce McGarity right now. All right, Joyce. Okay. So Joyce, if you were asking a specific question, we're just not sure where things are going with it right now. You have some decisions to make about some boundaries here. There's something about boundaries because I feel like you're being very influenced in the way that you think right now, and it's causing you to be unsure which direction to take. And you need to make some choices here. It's very important. So remember, we're making the best decisions possible for everybody involved. You also have a need to connect to your spirituality on a daily basis, allowing yourself to connect to what fills your cup spiritually, right? We can ask if you're having a hard time with this, meditate and ask Jesus to help you. Jesus is all about those um, habits that help you to fill your cup every day, right? And it can be very important to help you to center yourself and fill your cup with love, right? There are some situations though that I feel keep coming up for you. They're kind of shaking your confidence and your like roots in the world. So just be careful here. Things are happening to help guide you to a new place, and I feel like you need to speak a little bit more about these things and get them off your chest. Talk to somebody, you know, talk positively, but get them off your chest. Talk about it a little bit more. It may help you to guide the situation a little bit more as well. All right, that was for Joyce McGarity. Okay, so next I have Positive for Life. After Positive for Life, I have Amaris and then Angelica. Okay, so Positive for Life, I'm reading for you now. Awesome. Okay, so focusing on the runes as I mix them up here. If you have a specific question, it's always good to have like a specific question at first. If you don't have a specific question, that's fine. It's just going to come out in a bunch of little messages. Awesome, Joyce. I'm happy. I didn't hear from you before I started reading, so I was like, is this going to be out in left field? All right, here we go. Positive for life, focused on you. All right, let's see what we have. Okay. What do we got here? Okay. So positive for life, there is something here. Okay, so we're having good conversations. All right. Okay. Getting a better idea here. Okay, so right at the center, positive for life, what they're talking about is Cordelia she's an ascended master. She's there to remind you that your internal world creates your external world, okay? And this is very much directly related to what's happening in your world right now. So keep talking positive. It's very good. You need to keep the conversations as positive as possible. You may not be aware of how important this is for you right now. There's this woman here. She's a very good support for you. She's not, she may not give you really great feedback, but she's not out for your for she's not out to see anything bad happen to you either. So she's somebody that you can depend on, and she's there to support you. Okay. But you're going through some very rough times in your family right now, and I feel like this is really starting to maybe shake you up a little bit. Make sure you keep your boundaries strong, right? So you take what you can take and you give what you can give, and you have to make sure that you're putting those lines and communicating those lines too. um you know Especially when there's hard times, people need to understand that you can only take so much, right? And you have to start to put those boundaries in place. You also have some strong archangels here. They're really trying to help you to understand how your internal world is really creating your external world. So I don't feel like you're getting all of those messages 100%, but just open your mind up to the fact that you have some strong archangels that are there trying to give you those messages. And I feel like that will really help you to expand your mind in this area for yourself. Okay, positive for life. I hope that makes sense for you. Let me know if that makes any sense. Okay, Lechmi, thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Positive for Life. Okay, so next I have on my list is Amaris. So, Amaris, I'm going to read for you next, and then I have Angelica Banda, and then Lechmi. Okay. Thank you so much, Positive for Life. I'm happy to hear that that resonated with you. All right. All right, here we go. Amaris. This one's for you. Please be sure. Awesome. Here we go. So you're focusing on the runes. If you have a specific question, now is the time to focus on it. All right. Let's see what we have for you, Amaris. Okay. Okay. So Amaris, the big thing right here is talking about you need to get a little bit more focused on thinking positive. And the way to do this for you right now is to just put a pen in your hand and let it go because I feel like there's a lot of heaviness in your heart that you're just having a hard time deciding what is it that my heart really wants, right? And because of this, I feel like you have very high expectations over yourself. And because you're not, living that truthfulness from your heart, um, you're kind of disappointing yourself sometimes. Let me know if this is making sense to you. You have some strong archangels that are really trying to help you decipher the difference between what it is that you want, and what it is that you're. It's like your heart is just torn. I feel like maybe so many like some bad things have happened and you're like scared maybe, or I'm not quite sure what it is, but you need to put that pen in your hand and let it rip and just let it go, um because it's really keeping you from being able to do the work that you need to do for you. I feel like the more that you don't do that work, the more that you're kind of getting muddled in this, like, what do I want, where am I going kind of idea. Watch your boundaries now. You want to make sure that you're letting the right things in. Um, and especially when it comes to the physical world, you need to protect some things. I feel there's some things, protect your car, protect your assets. Like there's some stuff that you need protection around. You have some ancestors here too. Your ancestors are there to teach you and help guide you through because I feel like a lot of this stuff has been handed down through the family. It's like it's in the lineage and it's on your shoulders almost to change the family line. And sometimes that is our job, and we're not quite sure why we got that job, but um, you know, you have the tools. And the more that you do this work and you change what the past, what your ancestors have all gone through, they're there to help guide you break the cycles. um, Also, remember your internal world creates your external world here. And I feel like this is something that you really need to get a grasp of in your head and intellectually really understand it. Because once you do, you're going to have so much more control over what's happening in the physical world. But you really need to get into what's going on in that heart. I hope that makes sense for you, Maris. Let me know. Okay. So next I have Angelica Banda. Angelica Banda, and then Lechmi. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amaris. It's such an honor to be able to read for you too. Um, Rosemary, thank you so much for being here. My list is full, and I'm not accepting any more donations for today. I will be live again tomorrow, so please be sure to like and follow the page so you catch me when I go live tomorrow. Right now, I'm reading for Angelica Banda. Angelica, you're focusing on the runes. Okay, sounds good, Ileana. All right, Angelica, let's see what we have for you. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, Angelica, around the next full moon, which I think is only just like about a week away, right? Or no, we just finished the full moon. We just finished the full moon. So, right now, I feel this is something that you really need to think about. You need to go with the flow a little bit more. You're trying too hard to control situations. You have some decisions that you need to make, and this is a very big deal for you right now. You're very focused on these decisions, but you're trying too hard to make the decisions that's going to manipulate the situation the way you want it to. You have some strong archangels that are trying to guide you with this too. They're trying to give you a sense in which direction that you need to go. You what will help you so much is to do that, filling your own cup, connecting to your spirituality on a daily basis, finding what makes you, um, fills your own cup, fills you with love, do that, continue that forgiveness work. I know that you've been working so hard at this, and you're really doing a great job. But especially around, ask yourself, which ways are you holding on to something that you haven't released yet around the decisions that you have to make? And it's going to really help you. Okay. Um, Remember, your internal world creates your external world. So, trying to find what it is that you need to shift within yourself to start creating that world on the outside. And also, continue doing that work on your mind. You're doing such an awesome job. And that work and working on your mind and working on what you need to focus on, you're doing such a good job of that, and keep going. Um, so that's what I got for you, Angelica. That's what I got for you. Okay, yes. So you've been doing all the work and focused on mom's side. Now you need to do the work on dad's side. Good for you, Angelica. You've been doing so amazing. Just absolutely incredible. Okay, Lechmi, we're on to you. And so Lechmi is going to be the last reading for the day, and then I will be back on again tomorrow. Here we go, Lechmi. Just make sure you're paying attention. Thank you, Angelica, sorry. Thank you so much. Okay, Lechmi, here we go. Yeah, focusing on the runes as I mix them up here, Lechmi. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Okay. So, Lechmi, you have been so focused, or you're really trying to get your mind around some habits that are not serving you anymore. You're putting an end to them, or they're coming to an end soon, and you have some serious decisions to make. These are really good changes. Really good changes. Um, Keep thinking positive about them because they're really helping you so much. Now, don't listen to the naysayers, because I feel like there's some people in your life that are not supportive of what you're trying to do. Uh, because there's something going on here. There's this lady, she's not a good person for you, and she keeps creating situations in your life that are not serving you. Um, so you need to be careful here, because this lady, it's almost like she's creating you to have high expectations over yourself or over others, which is creating you to be let down, and it's making you not do the work that's important to you, which is, try not to let this get in your way. Like, she's really not having your best interest in her heart. So, all these little things that she's creating for you are just issues that are not the best for you. She may not be a bad person herself, but her intentions for you are not positive. And it's really causing, like I said, an expectation, which is keeping you from being able to follow through on work that's really important for yourself. So just be careful of all of this. Um, and make sure you're putting those boundaries up, and you're aware, because you're making good positive changes for yourself. And this person needs to either get on board, or, they're not making the cut. I hope that makes sense for you, Lechmi. I hope it makes sense for you. Hi, Ellie. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much, Joyce McGarity. Please be sure to like and follow the page. Anybody on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe so you can see me when I go live. And I thank you all for being here today. It was a huge honor to read, as it always is. You've given me a chance to help you on your path, and I truly am so grateful and honored that good. And that I hope that I helped in any way that I can. Please be sure to, do the work that you need to do for yourself so that, you're upgrading your thoughts and you're upgrading your life, right? When you are bringing your thoughts and your emotions and, doing forgiveness work that you need to do. Um, it really helps you to create a life that is so much more in tune with the person that you are on the inside. So yes, Ileana, please, thank you. Looking forward to working with you. And everybody, you all just have a beautiful, wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow around the same time. Okay, have a great day. Bye bye. Thank you, YouTube. You all have a great day.